Magandang buhay! This is Teacher Melody M. Valiente, and I welcome you to our week 2 session. Okay, so our lesson is entitled Various Aspects of Holistic Development. Okay, so I would like to give credits to Ma'am Arian Perez for writing this module. So sana ngayong nanonood kayo ng ating lecture video, hawak niyo na yung module niyo para makasabay kayo. Okay, so here are the learning competencies for this lesson. Evaluate his or her own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Show the connections between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in actual life situations. Okay, so for background information, have you ever asked yourself, how do I feel? Or what do I feel? What do I really feel? How am I doing? Or what do you think about that? Well, if so, you've used a therapeutic technique. So, this is one of the biggest misconceptions about therapy na akala nila it's so boring when talking about yourself, talking with someone who is professional and asking some questions like that. So, while talking about your feelings, this is an integral part of therapy. There are several other key elements as well, but one of them includes identifying your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors because they have relationship. Okay? Relasyon. May relasyon yung mga yan. Okay. So, the idea is that if we are aware of the connections between these aspects, okay, we can understand how they are influencing each other and reflect on how to impact them for positive change. Okay, so the self concept is represented by several aspects. Okay, so it is conceived as collection of multiple context dependent selves. This construct believes that context activates particular regions of self knowledge and self relevant feedback. Well, a deeper look on the different aspects of self can identify specific areas of self regulation, stability, and improvement. Okay, so meron tayong three basic aspects, okay, of self. Basic aspects. Pero marami yan. Pwedeng pito, lima, okay? So it depends. But these three are physical, intellectual, and emotional aspects. Okay. So when we say physical aspect of self, okay? So the body is tangible, obvious, and we respond to it easily. Okay? More time and money are spent for enhancing our physical features or components, right? But that doesn't mean, however, that if you give focus only in your physical body, that doesn't mean that you're healthy or strong enough. Okay? So the body provides place to house the spirit also and the mind. Okay. So it is important too. Oh, si ate girl, ayan. Next, we have the intellectual aspect of the self. The mind is important as it is the part of the self that directs the other two aspects. So the mind learns what to do and communicates the information to the body and feelings. Feelings. Yan. The mind, power of the mind. So what the mind believes, the body manifests or act on. And the emotions feel or respond to the life circumstances in the most prominent manner. How about emotional aspect of the self? So the human emotions are the most feared aspects of the self. Why? Well, as individuals are reluctant and unprepared to manage them. Managing feelings is like trying to hold water in the palm of your hand. They are elusive and deceptive. Yes, a decision made under emotional stress and strain usually impacts emotions negatively. Okay, so accessing feelings when they are needed now becomes difficult, leaving the individual numb and hopeless. So I hope we can balance these three aspects, basic aspects of the self. So let's say for instance, si ate girl, OOTD si ate girl. Tularan ko nga kung kamukha ko siya. Tignan nga natin. Okay, so OOTD sa ate girl. For example, so this girl realizes that she is giving much attention to her physical aspects and less attention on her intellectual self. So in this way, she can discover how much money and time spent maintaining her physical and its consequences on her grades. So, by this honest evaluation of herself, she can plan effective actions. Yes, to improve her study habits. Pero syempre, ang hirap pa rin i-maintain yan, di ba? So, as much as possible, kausapin ang sarili, alamin ka agad kesa lumala, may mapabayaan kang aspeto ng buhay mo. Magfo-focus ka lang sa isa, paano na yung iba. So, dapat balance. So, eto si Miss OOTD, she can start seeking for help and for related books, pwede siyang magbasa or maghanap sa ah, mga kaibigan niya ng impormasyon kung paano, 'di ba, to cope up with her studies. Okay. So, that is the brief background of this lesson. Now let's go to activities. For activity 1, it says here, write a letter addressed to yourself. Magsusulat ka ng para sa sarili mo, okay? The message should contain all the things you want to say about yourself, your plans in life, the things you want to have, and try to determine your strengths and weaknesses. Then, reflect and list three significant things that you learn about yourself. Yes, mas matututo ka kasi kilalanin mo ang sarili mo. Parang ganon. Okay, so tatlo yan. So sa activity 1, that is good for 40 minutes. Kayang-kaya mo yan. 40 minutes, matatapos mo yan. Gumawa ka ng sulat para sa sarili mo, identify your strengths, weaknesses, lahat ng gusto mong sabihin sa sarili mo, parang diary lang. And then, write your reflections. What are the three significant things that you've learned about yourself? That is for activity 1. Good for 40 minutes. How about in activity 2? So this is just good for 20 minutes or less than that. Carefully read the sentences below and try to determine whether the statement pertains to what aspects of life, like physical self, intellectual, emotional, and so on. Okay, so just answer sa module na mismo. Activity 3. Okay, so you will use another sheet of paper in here. So in a long bond paper, write as many sentences as you begin with the prompt I am. Okay? On the other side of the bond paper, write as many sentences beginning with I am not. Okay? Again, at the front side, you will write sentences beginning with I am. And then at the back side, you will write sentences beginning with I am not. And then read back over your sentences. Think about what you have learned about yourself doing this writing exercise. And answer the following questions. Sa module nyo na sasagutan. Okay, so what did you feel while reading back to your sentences and why? Question number 2. What have you learned about yourself? Question number 3. Choose from your I am sentences, maybe just one or two, that you want to be your I am not and explain why. Be honest. If there are things that you think that is negative about yourself, it's okay. Write it. Choose from your I am sentences that you want to be your I am not. Then explain why. Okay, I will not judge you. Just write it down. Okay, so for that, we have criteria for that. Okay, so nandyan sa module nyo yan. Itong activity 3 ay good for 30 minutes. How about activity 4? Okay, so I think ma-enjoy nyo to. Compose a 3 stanza song that you could use to introduce yourself to others. Your song should identify which of your qualities you consider unique and especially worthy of knowing and acknowledging. So you can also express the things which you struggle. Okay, so ma'am, question. Kailangan ba original pati yung tono? Not necessarily. Ang sabi lang dito, gumawa ka ng 3 stanzas song. Original ang lyrics, but pwede kang mag-adapt or manghiram ng tono. Okay? Pero mas maganda syempre kung yung kanta, ikaw mismong nag-compose at as well as yung tono nito o yung melody nito. Meron din tayong criteria na nakikita nyo sa inyong module ngayon. Kung sinasabayan nyo ako, okay? Next, activity number 5. So for this, merong mahabang text dyan about Yorme or Mayor Isko Moreno. Okay, the humble beginnings and great ambition of Isko Yorme Moreno. Then after reading the text, we have some processing questions and you will answer that directly to your module. What characteristics do you like about Mayor Isko Moreno and why? Number 2, what lesson can you learn from the life of Mayor Isko Moreno? Number 3, how would you like your story to be told? Okay. Credits to the owner of these photos of Mayor Isko Moreno. Okay. So that's activity 5. Last activity na yan, good for 30 minutes. And then for reflection, yes. So I want to know, and you will answer this in your module 2, what you've learned, what you've enjoyed, and what are the things that you're still confused about this lesson. Okay, write it down. Be honest. Okay, so and that's it. If you have some questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, I'm just one chat away and post it in our Google Classroom. Ask me on Messenger. Okay, so see you again next week for another lecture video. Thank you. Bye bye.